So this is part 5 of the Hugelkultur Terrace garden construction for our Permaculture Homestead. And I am just using similar methods to what I did with the first terrace level. This is the second terrace level, so the one right above the initial one I had begun. Here I just shoveled up everything I loosened up with the pickaxe so I can easily backfill from the top of the hill. Much easier than trying to drag it from below and pull it up. So as I was pretty much loosening the soil up, I kind of knew enough this time to pull out any of the big rocks I wanted to save for the border of each terrace mound that I'm creating, a little rain garden of sorts. And I didn't have, I guess, any particular shape in mind with the entire outline of these terraces. However, I knew I didn't want, obviously, straight lines. So I created almost like flower petal curvature of sorts to just diversify the, structure of these mounds. And, as I fill them up, like, it'll create for different little microclimates, I'm hoping. So you can see here, I just went to the woods and got all my supplies. So it took a lot longer than that video shows. I sped it up way fast. And so again, just adding the volume back with the things you just saw me so quickly pull out of the woods so easily, right? So these are what are going to be the time release nutrients that are going to serve as food for future plant life, and hopefully little critters will enjoy it as well. So whatever natural life comes to this mound, I welcome it. And these logs here are already retaining moisture, so that will be a bonus since the soil here, if that's what you want to call it, is so incredibly dry and rocky. So the mealy consistency is what really made me notice these logs as a wonderful resource, because as I was walking through the woods, I would see almost like dirt. Like, it looked like dirt, but it was just like these logs had been so long decayed and processed by all the insects and other things that it just was like, an epiphany. Oh, this is where dirt comes from. So here I just threw on the wood ash and some food scraps, just again experimenting with what other nutrients will benefit this soil, and just pretty much coating the base layer with whatever lighter layers I'm finding here, and just shoving it in the little cracks and crevices. So this will be the volume for everything I'm backfilling, which is what the handy dandy hoe is for. So it was a lot easier, throwing the dirt up on the hill and hoeing it back down the hill than what I had been doing with the other one, where I tossed it down the hill and tried to hoe it back up the hill. So just a realization to save myself some, energy here. But sometimes it's just easier to get the shovel and, throw it right back on top of the mound. The hoe is a little bit for more detail work. The surface area obviously isn't as large, so not quite as effective as, using a shovel when you're trying to pull mounds of dirt like this into, the space that I'm trying to put them in. So I just walk these hills to kind of compact them and see where they're at, and then figure out where I want a little bit more soil, where it's feeling a little bit less sturdy, and adjusting accordingly. So any of these logs that I felt were moving around, I just shoved things in the cracks and crevices to kind of fill up those voids that was causing them to be a little bit less sturdy than other sections, because I definitely don't want erosion, which is another reason I lined the base of these terraces with a rock garden. So it has stayed, and these have been these are successfully planted right now, actually, with tons of squash, and they are freaking giant. I love them.